Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick, Colorado. My name is Michaela. This morning we're going through a brand new Cimarron Norstar 3-horse bumper pull with your front tack. This one's your RTG model. Everything on here is going to be pretty standard, but gets you a lot of great features that you're going to want in a trailer. So before we get to this trailer in person, we're going to pull up that drawing and just look at that overhead view together so you guys know what we're looking at for dimensions. We are standard width at 6'10" wide, standard height at 7'1" tall. Our front tack is going to be 4'5", so our total floor length from nose to tail is going to be 18 feet 9 inch, and then you're going to have your 3-foot tongue up front. And we'll show you guys the tongue at the end of the video, but it is longer than standard, so it gets you guys a really good, like, even pull back here. All of these trailers start as a spec sheet. This spec sheet gets handed to the engineer department down at Cimarron, and the engineers will look at it. They're going to look at axle placement and tongue length to determine the best smooth pulling ride for your horses back here. So even though we're just on rubber torsion, we're not on air ride, they're going to look at all those things, and they've determined that 3-foot tongue with this axle placement back here is what's going to pull best for you guys. So we'll take a look at that at the end. Right now we're going to start at our RTG front tack. So this is going to mean ready to go. It's already got all the features you would want in this front tack, outside of going custom and adding length or changing any of the interior, but it's got everything you're going to want for all of your tack. Starting with the 42-inch door. We get a lot of great feedback on that 42-inch door. Looks like a massive swing door over there, but right here, what you guys are going to gain is the ability to step in and out very easily. You can just fit in here full without even having to try and squeeze past your saddles or anything like that. You have a really good entrance right here with the swing out saddles, even when this was full of saddles. Tons of room getting in and out. So we get a lot of positive feedback on this oversized 42-inch swing door. We've got a sliding bus window on here just for ventilation purposes. If you guys are driving home after a long show or trail ride and you've got all of your wet saddle blankets and everything inside your front tack room, you can crack this open and just get some air movement in there, keep it from getting musty. You guys can also add probably a smaller size door organizer. We delete them when we add this brush tray because you can't fit that full Cimarron size, they're too big. But if you guys are looking at aftermarket adding your own, you could probably fit a smaller size one right here. Some people will just go ahead and add 1 or 2 more of these brush trays instead. That would be my vote. I love these brush trays. I'm a big fan. They're a really good size. So they're really deep, really wide, and then you have 3 different compartments with drain holes. They are great for storing all of your items, and I cannot even begin to tell you how much stuff I have in there. Anything that I find that just fits in the palm of my hand or something, I'll just throw it in there. So I do probably need to go back in there and clean it out again. I have done one video of cleaning it out to show you what all I have, but mane and tail detangler, fly spray, all my brushes, hoof picks, Chicago screws. I think I have Snickers in there from my husband's hunting trip. I mean, just whatever I find, I throw it in there, and it's never too full for all my stuff. So really great size right there. You have your swing out saddles right here. I'm a big fan of these Cimarron saddle racks. You guys are gonna see some other manufacturers with this similar style coming out. I've seen it on social media, but these are by far my favorite. They have the carpet to add that grip factor. So there's a lot of manufacturers that are switching from the metal or the plastic to now get this carpeted as well, because it really helps those saddles stick on there. And then a lot of them will have this shape here, this triangle shape, but what they don't have is this wither block right here. And Cimarron owns this extrusion. They have done trial and error, tested to make sure this is the exact shape that's really going to hold your saddle on there. It's called a wither block. So it's going to set up in the gullet of your saddle just like your horse's withers. It mimics that. So besides just that triangle shape, you're also getting this piece. It's really going to hold those saddles on there. I have never once had my saddle fall off of a Cimarron saddle rack. And that is important to me just because of how much money I invest into my saddles to make sure they fit my horses properly. I don't want them ending up on the ground, getting broken trees or anything like that, and then causing my horse more discomfort. So these are very important to me. And then up top we have blanket poles. You'll have 2 of them right here. If you guys want, like, I know I've had some customers ask as well, but we have the 4-pole swing outs on the door on a lot of our gooseneck models. We could add that over there if that's what you guys want. If you want to take those off and throw another saddle rack on and then do a 4-pole swing out over here, Our shop is really great with aftermarket upgrades like that, so they can definitely help with that. But if you guys like it as is, these are fully adjustable, or if you want to move your blanket poles and go in between your saddle racks, you guys can really customize this and do whatever you want with just a crescent wrench. It's real easy to slide those guys up and down and space them out however you like. Fold down step, getting in and out. This is the one part that's not going to be standard on this build sheet. Everything else is more like this is what's automatically included. Fold down steps are not standard. You're going to see them on every Cimarron at Transwest because that's how we order our inventory. My Cimarron at home is a 2017, does not have the fold down step. It just has this running board carried all the way to the front. This fold down step makes a big difference. Climbing in and out of my trailer at home and then coming here to work and climbing in and out of these with that fold down step, night and day difference. Only looks like a couple inches right here, but huge lifesaver if you are stepping in and out pretty frequently, going in there to get your bridles, change your clothes, whatever it may be. Makes a big difference. So always recommend that to my customers building trailers, and you'll see it on every trailer we build at Transwest. But you'll go ahead and step in and take a look at the floor. We are rubber floor mats in here. So standard is going to be carpet. Carpet is in my 2017 at home. If you're just using it as a dressing room, if it's one of the comfort packages, you're using it as like a weekender, that sort of thing, the carpet is nice for that aspect. But if you're using it as a tack room, the carpet can get pretty dirty. It stains if you get dirt in here. My husband spilled grain on his hunting trip, and it was hard to dig all the little oat pieces out of the carpet. And then the carpet usually holds the smell and the moisture more than the rubber mats do. Rubber mats are gonna be super easy to clean out. You can blow them out, you can use a broom, you can vacuum, you can wipe it up with a rug. But this is a really nice upgrade from carpet, or you can go up a step further and do that gray rubber. If you guys are familiar with our other videos, that'll be demonstrated in some of those. Up front, pretty blank canvas up here. Your saddle racks will swing into this space right here. I did have a customer about a week or two ago add a battery mounted right here, so our shop can add that battery if you're looking to be able to turn on all these interior lights without being hooked up to a tow vehicle. We can install that 12-volt battery right here to run those. Over here, you guys are just going to get your breakaway battery kit right there. So that is just your battery that's only going to run your breakaway brakes and not the interior lights of this trailer. Full-size matching spare tire mounted next to it. And then we go all the way up above my head here. We have a clothes bar. If you guys are using this as a dressing room, your horse showing out of this, you need to bring change of clothes for your different events. You have the clothes bar up here to hang some equipment from. And then over here on our partition wall, we've got 2 sets of bridle hooks right here. And anytime you add a set of bridle hooks to a build, the square behind it is automatically carpeted. So that now comes with a set of bridle hooks. So if you were to add one down low as part of your build process, you'd get the carpet behind that included. If you guys want to add more hooks here at Transwest and do 2 more sets here with carpet behind, that's something our shop techs can do for you as well. Right now you're just going to have these 2 rows, and then the carpet behind is great for protecting your equipment, resale value on your trailer, and protecting your trailer itself as well. And then over here in the corner, we've got a water tank tucked away, kind of in that dead space right there, that little triangle. It fills up at the top, and it's just gravity. And then you've got your 1 spigot down below. Our hose was in the brush tray. I was holding it in my hand to get it out of your guys' way. But it's a 10-foot hose, so it gives you lots of good length to run your water all the way out of this tack room. You can fill buckets out there. You can wash your horse off out there. Even though it is gravity fed, it's got pretty good pressure behind it. Just make sure if you guys do swap out your hose for a shorter or longer one, you're not using the expandable grow hose because it is just gravity fed, it's not pressurized. So if you're using a solid hose, has pretty good pressure, fills buckets really quickly. Always nice to have water on board. Just in case of emergencies, you end up parked at a trailhead without a water spigot, the back of the fairgrounds, you don't want to be carrying those 5-gallon buckets around because they are heavy and they will splash everywhere. So nice to have that. And then right here we have our light switch. I don't have anything plugged in right now. If you guys mounted a battery up there, you could turn this light on. But we do have one of these Optobrights in here shining into your front tack space. One is definitely going to be plenty in this space because they are very, very bright. Do a good job of getting you guys that visibility inside of your tack space. And then as we step out, we'll go up to the top and point out a 16-inch awning LED light over here. So you have your exterior visibility with that guy right there. You'll have one on each side. So that'll get you exterior visibility, and then you have your off to right inside, as well as we got some stall lights as well. On tail side, on this one, we've got sliding bus windows. So we've got a couple other bumper pulls here as well in 2-horse and 3-horse models. They can get drops on hip side. This one's gonna have your sliders. We've got 3 tie rings on each side, so you guys have the versatility to tie up on either side. We are 6'10" wide, so all of your axles are gonna be outside of this trailer. If you add width and you go 7'6" or 8 foot, your axles themselves do not change. So I get a lot of questions on, is this trailer 8 foot wide? Well, you gotta remember about what you're referring to, because all of these technically will be the 8 foot wide with where your axles are placed, but the wall itself, your actual true box, is 6'10". If you go 7'6" or 8, this wall just carries out over your axles, and your axles start to move within your trailer. We're white sheeted on this guy. We can also do silver, charcoal, or black. And we have a caribou color as well. I think we did a video yesterday on that caribou combo, so that's a pretty cool color and one of the newer ones. Working our way around to our load space back here. This one's right now just a step up. We do stock white ramps, so we can add those. If you guys choose a different color, we'll have to order one in, but if you want to add a ramp, our shop can do that as well. And our shop can also do cameras. Cameras are really popular. You guys can do a rear view that replaces that middle marker light right there. Your camera would just be installed right where that little white light is up there, so you guys can see behind you, and it is always turned on. It's not just when you're in reverse. So it's great to see what's happening on the road behind you as you're driving down the highway. And then we can also do a camera or 2 inside for stalls, just to see what your horses are doing as you're driving down the road. 60/40 doors. So that way, if you are just one person, you got your hands full with your horse, maybe it's really windy, maybe you're parked on a slope like this, you don't have to open this door. You'll have the 60% here, so you're only working with one door. Really good convenience, well thought out right there. We have black rubber mats on the floor in here. These are removable rubber mats. I don't think I'm gonna get it. Oh, no, there we go. That's what your floor looks like underneath. It is tongue and groove interlocking pieces. It's all aluminum, and it's on 4-inch centers. I was actually reading a post and commenting on a post yesterday that I saw on Facebook that was asking wood versus aluminum floor opinions. And I think my comment was, to me, it's more important about what's underneath. What is the structural support of that aluminum or wood floor? 4-inch centers on your Cimarrons. Most other manufacturers are gonna be 12 to 16-inch centers. This is 4. So whether it's wood or aluminum, you wanna look at what's underneath and what's holding this floor up and together. I have a lot of peace of mind loading my horses on these trailers, because if you think about your horse's hoof, it's probably bigger than 4 inches. So whenever my boys are in this trailer or my Cimarron at home, they're always on a floor support. We have this one optioned with solid dividers and padding. If you guys are looking at building or ordering a trailer, you can change these out to airflow. I do love the padding just for comfort for your horses. If you're hauling windy roads, in traffic, your horse is sleepy driving home from the vet, maybe you're sedated to get his teeth done, it's nice that they can lean on the pads. And then up front, when you do a 3-horse model, you get a stud wall divider up front. That over your shoulders can also be airflow if you guys want versus solid, but you'll have the solid down below when you have a 3-horse model, because you'll have that escape door. They are spring loaded. They do a pretty good job of staying open even on a slope like this with those springs. So if you are, again, loading by yourself, you'll have the ability to get in here with those springs and not have to worry about them shutting on you. But you'll get your escape door and your stud wall. So a lot of people will look for a 3-horse model, even if they only have 1 or 2 horses, because of this space allowing you extra storage. If you're going to a horse show, a trail ride, a camping trip, you can stack that full of hay bales, bags of shavings, bags of grain, water buckets, portable panels, anything like that, and still load 1 or 2 horses behind here. And what's really great about these Cimarrons that we order is we do add extra length so that this divider here can open all the way if this door were closed. And our shop can add a D-ring here and a D-ring there with a carabiner. If you guys are looking to be able to haul this just like this wide open, if you're hauling a mare and a foal, you're trying to get an ATV in here or something behind that space. We do have the ability to do that. And it's not a telescoping divider. So the less moving parts, the less things that could go wrong. I like to keep all these pretty solid. Each stall is gonna come with a roof vent. It's a two-way roof vent. Probably not gonna get them open today because we do wash these trailers for our videos and everything. The temperatures got a little icy, but they will open both directions. And in wintertime like this, if I open mine today, I probably wouldn't. But if it's maybe 50 degrees, I'd push these open backwards to be drawing the heat or the hot air out of here. I would not open them forwards and pull that cold air in here with my horses. But in the summer, I would do my front ones favored forward, be pulling in cool air, and then back here, these ones favored backwards to be drawing that out, get a good air movement across their back. So nice that you can manipulate those. You're also gonna have your insulated roof on your Cimarrons. We have some great videos that compare why you should buy a Cimarron, and then these Cimarron roofs versus just your sheet of aluminum. These have an insulated factor to them, so it'll be warmer in here, which is probably why I'm hanging out in here, because it is a little bit nicer in here than outside, and then cooler in the summer as well. My trailer at home is a Cimarron. It's black sheeted, and it's still cooler in here in the summer than it is outside. It is a 1/2 inch thick as well, so it's dent resistant up to a baseball size hail. So especially here in Colorado, just maintains resale value, not getting those hail dings. We look at a lot of trades, and that's one of our big questions. We'll ask about tires, any damage we need to be aware of, and does it have hail? Not gonna get those on these Cimarrons. Be really careful stepping out here with all this ice. We'll go around to our head side over here. Our head side does have drop windows with jail bars. You guys see those in all of our videos. They are frozen shut today with this weather, but you'll have drops here. You've got these grommets down here for them to lock into. So when you do flip them down, and you can push them in so they lock in there, and you can drive with those down. They'll have jail bars. They don't have screens, but Cimarron does offer screens now. You can buy them through our parts department. They're made with the same material as the Professional's Choice fly masks. So they are outstanding to cover those jail bars and prevent any debris from getting in there, and protect your horses from trying to stick their noses through those jail bars as well. But our parts department can order those for you guys for these windows here. We have 3 tie rings on this side as well, 16-inch light over here as well. And then that escape door I was talking about. This is what's getting you into your front stud wall. You do not get this on a 2-horse because you will not have enough room with your axles to have this door in front of your axles. So once you jump up to a 3, you get this escape door and the stud wall. So you guys are looking for storage purposes. This is a huge selling point, and it was for me when I bought a 4-horse and owned 2 horses. Unfortunately, now I do own 4 horses and have a 4-horse trailer. So that will happen. Maybe prepare for that as well. Might be looking at a bigger trailer in the future, but I had really liked mine for this aspect here, and just having, at that time I didn't have a house, a barn, or a shop, and I was storing a lot of Rubbermaid totes in there full of all my horse gear as well. Now I've kind of gotten to spread out and expand into a barn, but nice to have the versatility of that. You do have this safety chest bar right here, so if you do load a horse in there, they can't step out of the trailer. And then we also have 2 locks on this door. So if you did have a horse in there and they were messing with this one, and they would probably get that guy open, we do have this butterfly latch right here as well that will fold over and prevent that horse from getting out. You do have a full drop down window, smaller size. We do make window screens for this small size as well, but that horse will still have a drop window as well. And up front, one of the things that we have upgraded on this one is going to be this tread bright right here. So it comes in an 18-inch, a 24-inch, and a 36-inch. We do a lot of ours in the 36 now, just for added protection. The higher this gets, the more protected your nose is going to be, especially for our customers that are looking for this runaround trailer, getting to the vet's office, going to meet their farrier, getting up in those tighter trailheads, mountain roads, gravel, dirt roads. You have those rocks kicking back up on here. This is going to protect the front from those dings. Again, maintaining resale value, just protecting your trailer, protecting your investment as well. So we'll carry that higher on this guy. Again, white sheeting, we can get this in other colors as well. And then back up to that 3-foot tongue I was mentioning. So you guys are going to notice this is quite a bit longer than you guys are used to seeing unless you've got a Cimarron at home, but most other manufacturers are more like a 2 or a 2.6. This guy's going to be from our nose here to the ball right here is going to be 3 feet. So this is not only allowing it to pull smoother for you, it's also getting you a better turning radius. So you'll be able to turn a little bit sharper without that risk of jackknifing. Gets you maybe in and out of tighter spaces a little bit easier with that. We have our 7-pin stored over here. It's frozen in there as well, but it does have its home over here, and I love this. Just the small details that Cimarron puts into these trailers. It's really well thought out. So instead of having your 7-pin resting right here, think about all the snow that we've got. If the snow were to set on here, melt, the water's gonna run into your 7-pin. Now your 7-pin is safe over there, just protecting your electrical equipment on this trailer. This is that emergency breakaway brake. You're gonna connect this directly to your tow vehicle. So if you're ever to become disconnected, that will turn on your brakes. You're also gonna have your safety chains, 2 5/16" ball right here, and a manual crank jack. You guys can upgrade these as part of the build or here to that electric jack, but these ones do crank very easily. It's not a heavy trailer you're cranking up. We do opt for the electric jacks on a lot of our gooseneck trailers, but you can do that here as well. This one is a brand new 2026, so you're gonna get an 8-year structural warranty and then a 3-year hitch to bumper hardware warranty. Longest coverage for trailer manufacturer warranties on the market today. So out of all the trailers driving down there, this one's gonna be covered for a full 3 years. This one is still available. If you guys have any questions, you wanna order one, you wanna look at a different size or a different color, I would love to help you out. If this is the one for you, your stock number is 5N251206. You can type that in on our website. You can also click on the link in the description of this video for the full photo gallery to reference this video again. My name is Michaela Hall. You guys, my contact info is on your screen as well. Call or text me. It's 303-918-6367. Shoot me an email, michaela.hall@transwest.com. I'd love to help you guys into your next Cimarron, but thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you next week.